Jess, welcome back to Toronto. Obviously, a tournament you've had a ton of success in. Just how special is it to be playing back here once again?
Really excited to be back here. I have a lot of really great memories here. I love playing in Canada. I think my results have always shown that, so I'm really happy to be back. Quick turnaround for me, but what else is new in the tennis world? It's always kind of quick, so I'll try to do my best to be ready to go tomorrow.
Speaking of that quick turnaround, you obviously played Alex in the final in DC. Just kind of curious from your perspective, how is she a different player from the one you played at the Miami Open last year?
Yeah, I would say, I don't know, I think just experience and confidence being at that level. I think, too, like probably learning how to manage her emotions throughout a match a little bit better than whereas Miami, obviously everything was new, and she was, I think, playing with a lot of energy and adrenaline, where I think now obviously having established herself on tour as, you know, a top player, having a lot of big wins to follow that tournament up, I think just, at least in my experience, you learn how to manage kind of your emotions a little bit better throughout a tournament. So I think she did a really great job of that and was able to really come out and play, you know, some great tennis, especially after the delay.
Hi, Jesse. Also on the DC final, it was a little bit bizarre just seeing the momentum shift flip, and that wasn't the only time that happened during the tournament with Alex and her opponents. Like even Naomi, she was on a run of just winning a whole bunch of, you know, points in games. Have you ever experienced that personally, of your opponent kind of having that much of a momentum shift and maybe your level not being as high? And also, why do you think that was the case in DC, where Alex kind of had those runs of form?
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that she plays with taking the ball really early and super aggressive, that to me, girls that kind of play like that, they can go on swings of momentum very quickly, because everything starts happening very fast. If you're the opponent, like all of a sudden she's changing the ball, taking it early, hitting winners, you're out of position, and things kind of move quickly. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why you see that sometimes in her matches, or why she can flip matches really quickly. If she can kind of find her range, and let's say the other person maybe isn't doing a good enough job to kind of get her out of rhythm. So I think maybe that's one of the reasons that you've seen that. And I think, honestly, sometimes it just comes down to you have those weeks where, I mean, I've had those weeks where for whatever reason, I come back after losing the first set every single match, or I'm always down a break. I mean, I think I had a couple matches in DC as well where I kind of didn't start off great, and then I was able to flip the momentum really quickly, because I think we play a little bit similar in that aspect, where we can kind of start taking the ball early, and I think playing really quickly and kind of take time away from our opponents. So I think that's one of the things strategically. And then sometimes I think it's just those weeks where sometimes you don't figure it out till after you lose the first set. And I've definitely had those weeks where that happens to me as well. But the rain delay was tough. I felt like I was playing much better tennis on Sunday than I did on Monday. For whatever reason, I just wasn't quite seeing the ball. I came out a little bit flat. You know, we had a really long day Sunday, and I think she was playing a little bit better. So, you know, just the difference of me not playing as well and her playing better is the difference of the match kind of changing, which is unfortunate. Like, I felt like I have no idea if I would have won, obviously, on Sunday, but I think at the time, you know, having won the first set, and I think I almost broke her kind of at the end of the second before we stopped. So I did feel like I had more of momentum. And also I think with the way she plays, with playing a lefty, with her serve kind of being hard to return and all the stuff, like having that momentum, probably being able to keep that, I thought I was returning much better, whereas I came out Monday and I feel like I returned absolutely horrible. So just like losing that momentum really quickly, it's always easier when you find it to kind of keep it than having to come back and like start all over again.
Not sure if we've granted you honorary Canadian status yet, with you living so closely. And I think you shared 2 years ago that your grandparents are Canadian as well. But can you speak to your comfort level playing up north here and the success that you've obviously enjoyed both in Montreal and here in Toronto?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was playing even like challenger events, I always tend to like Canada. I like the courts. I like the conditions. I think it plays a little bit quicker. So I think my game has always kind of catered to those conditions when I can, you know, at least figure it out and put a couple matches together. But I don't know, something about the atmosphere and just feeling like I'm kind of playing in my backyard has always really helped me do well here. So, you know, last year I didn't quite have as good a results as I wanted to, but hopefully this year I can change that. I think always just going back to all the confidence and good results I've had in the past years, even if last year wasn't amazing, I think I can always kind of fall back onto that when I can kind of find my game here, I can play really good tennis on these courts.
And out there in your practice, I saw you were working pretty much entirely on the serve today. Is that directly because of the final and the way things ended in DC, or was that today's sort of practice plan regardless?
No, it actually wasn't really part of any plan. We were supposed to be out there for like 45 minutes, and like 2 hours later, I'm almost late to press, and here I am. So, yeah, it was just one of those things where we're just working on a lot of different stuff, but it wasn't anything bad. It was just like a problem solving. Like I'm very like sometimes I just need to feel things out, and I was in a good mood today. Like it wasn't like I think sometimes you can kind of over practice where you're in a bad mood and you're kind of negative and it's making things worse. Today was a little bit more like, hey, like I kind of want to get this feeling back on my serve, and I've been wondering why, this serve seems a little bit harder to hit than it used to, and so we were just kind of messing around. Like I didn't really hit that many serves. We were going pretty slow, just kind of talking through things, and yeah, honestly, just kind of having fun and figuring out a couple things.
You played with Jack Draper in the U.S. Open mixed doubles last year. Just kind of curious, like, what was the challenge to kind of develop some rapport with him, kind of on the fly? Because I'm not sure how familiar you two guys were. And also, did you feel that the mixed doubles maybe helped your singles prep?
Yeah, I think it for sure helped my prep. First of all, like being able to, I mean, obviously you hope, I think that's why we play a little bit, is to get out there and get that feeling, but to be able to play 3 matches on Ash, and then I actually played every single match on Ash my entire tournament.